Hello, welcome to Krafting Kitty. My name is Erin and it's Saturday, so that means it is time for my weekly roundup. Yeah! So, what is my weekly roundup? Basically, I go through my weekend crafting, share with you my WIPs, works in progress, FOs, finished objects. And then, we also talk about the book I'm reading, which I have grabbed, but I put that to the end. I also wanted to touch on the Krafting Kitty Creator Spotlight for a moment, but I'll put that at the end as well. But let us hop in to, the second finished object is in a project bag. So my first finished object was my car project. So we went on vacation. I was passenger princess, which I normally am not. I usually drive. But Brian drove this time, and I had some time to knit in the car. What? And Bingo has started dance classes. So when I'm in the building for the dance classes, I brought the project in with me as well. The car project is normally the project I only work on during the school pickup and drop off line. So during the summer, it just doesn't get any love. But this summer, it got some love. And it actually got finished. So what this project was, Bingo. So last year, one of my car projects was the orange, yellow, and red blanket for Chomps. Bingo wanted a pink and purple blanket. And she decided she wanted zigzag stripes. She doesn't know the word chevron. That's fine. So I went searching on Ravelry and I found this chevron baby blanket by Melissa Clulo from Espace Tricot La Niterie Moderne. It's in English, but all of that is French, of course. So there it is, free on Ravelry. So this one has a big chunky stripes. She wanted smaller stripes, and I had 4 skeins of yarn, but she decided she just wanted it a smaller size. Turns out she wants it for one of her dollies, Lammy, which is fine. It's fine. I actually stopped. I was going to go until I finished one pink, one purple skein, but I realized it was getting too long and disproportionate, so I stopped. And here it is. I'm going to hold it this way, although to me this is the wrong way, because I think it should be oriented like this. So here it is. I did it. It's very cool. She's very excited. She, of course, wanted it earlier, but I was like, nope, you gotta wait for filming. Gotta wait for filming. So here we go. I finished that. My new car project / dance class project is the Christmas socks she wants me to make. So that is what I will do. I figure with the amount of time I'm going to be at classes and waiting in the car in the near future, those projects will get a lot of love, and I hope that will drive them to be done in time. So there you go. I think you may have only seen that project once if you follow me on Instagram. I think I shared a picture of it while I was working in the car once. But that means I get to empty out this project bag and reclaim it and all that stuff. So what else do I have? What else should we share? I'll just deal with this stuff right in front of me. I don't know why I'm holding up the hook first. This is silly. I'm using a J crochet hook, a 6mm. I am making the Sweet Illusions blanket from Crystal at Bag O' Day, and I am using the Huron Colorama Halo that she uses, although I am using Beet Red. She used Rosemary Frost in hers. I did scale mine down because I did not have 7 cakes. I only had 6 cakes. So my plan is to have 5 alpine stitch sections and 4 single crochet sections. I am now working on my 4th alpine stitch section. So once I finish this, I'll have 1 single crochet, 1 alpine, and then the border to do. So It's not too far from being done, but here it is. I think it's looking so pretty. The Colorama halo is just fantastic, isn't it? The color, oh, it's so soft and silky too. This is going to be fun. I have seen the new halos from Yarn Inspirations, but I haven't gotten my hands on any yet. We will see. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Not quite sure on that one, but it looks beautiful, and just having like the bigger cakes is amazing. So there we go. And like I said, beet red. This is my third cake, so I don't know how far I am into my third cake, 2/3-ish. And then I am also working on a pair of socks using my Golden Girls yarn. It is the picnic basket socks from Darcy Anderson, who is woolly_waves. I got this as part of the P for A digital perks pack. I was going to say virtual, but I'm like, no, that's not right. That's not right. And I'm using the blue and yellow sock set. This yarn is gorgeous to work with. I'm sad I'm changing, but I'm not sad because you gotta see what else is out there. I still haven't picked a new one yet, but I am diligently working on the foot of the sock. It's not going to be too much longer. I have tiny, crazy small feet, so that's exciting. For me, I can make a pair, I prefer shorty socks as well. I can make a pair of shorty socks for myself with a 50-gram ball. So that is exciting. Okay, so we are on to the project bag that has the finished object in it. This is the oh, no, Erin, you gotta put your sock pattern back in. What? For this one, I'm using US 2 9-inch circular needles for the knitting, and then I'll switch to my US 2 DPNs, double pointed needles, when I need to do the toes. I did have a question on a video, which was a great question, like what I thought you needed to prepare to make your first pair of socks. I think that's a great video topic, and I would love to film that soon. So if that was your question, hold on, I do plan to address it in video form. What? Okay, so back to the rave projects. So what I've been doing is using all of the rave yarn I bought from Joann's, and I've been making like hats, cowls, stuff like that for the kiddos, and then putting the leftovers into a corner-to-corner blanket that I will donate to Camp Boggy Creek. So I made from Super Beach a cabled knit hat for Bingo, and then I made a coordinating little cabled cowl for her. Isn't that cute? She's excited. She of course said, may I have a palm? So I gotta put this on the palm pile, and then she can have it. I need to spend a day and just do palms. And then I added the rest of the remaining cake to my corner-to-corner blanket. And here we go. Start from the bottom. So we have safety cone, light bright, no, not light bright, cyan crush, light bright, unicorn, electric citrus maybe, and then super beach. Very fun. And I'm getting to the closing of the corner, which is always an exciting part of C2Cs. And up next, we will be using the blue. Icy blue. What? I'll give you one guess as to who's getting the icy blue project. For the C2C blanket, I am using a 4.5mm crochet hook. For that hat and cowl, I used a 4.5mm US 7 9. No, this is a 16-inch circular knitting needle. So there we go. I find 16-inch circs work wonderfully for hats. And what else? Okay, so the next project we'll talk about two kind of in tandem. I was making the neon stripes blanket for my son. I say was, it's still in progress. It just had to go into hiatus. I lost that yarn chicken. I looked at that yarn and I thought I could get at least 3, if not 4, color stripes in his blanket. I was a row and a half short on the second color stripe. So luckily Hirschner's a couple days ago had a 99-cent shipping sale, like flat rate shipping. And I was able to grab the colors. So they're incoming, but obviously I can't keep working on it until I get that. So here is where my progress stalled. And then I will keep going. He, of course, wants it to be vertical like this. When I started kind of designing the stripe pattern, I thought it was going to be horizontal, but he wants vertical. And so we decided we'd have just for the central color, we'll mirror it back out. So I'm going to mirror it back out. So it'll be this orange, then this one, then the red, then the blue, then this one, which I think is Vegas. I don't know what the other ones are. But there we go. This one's on hiatus until the other yarn comes, which is always a weird time because you're like, oh no, what should I do? What's going to happen? Oh. So what did I do? Well, I had all of the neon lights. This one only has 6 colors. The other 6 I was holding for a project for Bingo. So I asked Bingo what she wanted her blanket to be. Chomps said he wanted stripes. Bingo said granny squares. So I started making her granny squares. And at first I was going to make 5 of each color, but I have so much of the yarn left over that instead I'm going to make 8 of each color, and then I'm going to border them all in black and sew it together, and then I'll put a broader overall border in black around the whole thing. I think that'll set the neon colors off very nicely. This is that. Okay, I got one. That's the danger of when I bring these hooks up from their project areas. I forget to put them back with their projects. For both, okay, so for, I almost did it again. Chomps' blanket, that is the Sober Granny Stitch from Secret Yarnery. This is just a standard 5-round granny stitch, granny square. I don't put a space in between my granny clusters, and my corners are cluster, chain 2, cluster. That's just what I prefer. I like the tighter kind of granny stitch. And there we go. I am using a 5.5mm needle for both of the neon stripe projects. Okay, now I think we're on to our last project. Yes, we are. I am working to add the next mini to my pickle jar cowl. So I didn't finish this time. I got a little distracted working on granny squares for things we're making Thursday, and forgot I needed to be working on this too. So that's okay. It happens. I'm still working on my Aberdeen Wools pickle jar cowl, which is this. Last time I checked, you could still purchase them from Aberdeen Wools, but of course, with everything going on, keep Heather in your thoughts and check to see what's available, because it changes quite frequently, and what they are shipping out changes differently. And I believe it's much different what you can get internationally versus locally. Yeah, I broke my fingernail. Gross. Okay. That is everything project-wise I have to share with you. Yay, how exciting. So I mentioned the new car projects. You're probably not going to see those until they get finished, because I tend to forget to bring them in on Saturdays because they live in the car. That's just what they do. Quick update on the Creator Spotlight. Yeah, I totally planned on making something. It didn't happen. I haven't started it yet. I would like to start a project soon. Maybe today I'll start one. But it's not going to be a giveaway item because I can't ensure it'll be done in time for a prize. So all of the prizes will be yarn for this Krafting Kitty Career Spotlight. However, I've heard a lot of comments about it's all garments and you don't have time to make a garment. I totally understand that. I totally feel that. Remember, whips count. So if you start something and you don't finish it, don't worry, send me the picture anyway. But if you look, what I had flagged is what I wanted to make, because I can't make a sweater and give it away. How am I going to know what size the person is? She had a super cute, large headband head wrap. Then that video is like 2 years old. And then if you go back in the channel 5 to 6 years ago, so the really old videos, there's a really adorable cat ears headband, and there are some bags. I don't think there are any hats, but I think there might be, maybe there are hats. Anyway, if you go 5 to 6 years back, there are some smaller projects if you're still looking to participate. And Knitting Purple, Paula had asked me if she could take a stitch pattern that she sees in a video and modify it for a project. Absolutely, that is totally allowed. That's allowed. If you're inspired by the project and transform it to your own purposes, I totally allow that. Absolutely, I encourage that creativity. Just remember to tell me what project started you along. And yeah, I'm sorry I was MIA this month to kind of address this earlier, but I mean, we're about halfway through the month. I think you still have time if you're looking to make one of the bags, or maybe there was a basket. So I flagged a number of her patterns because you know Bingo would want that kitty cat ear thing. Let me get to my watch later list here. Okay, so the one I was going to make, I'm stuck in an ad. Was how to crochet cable stitch headband pattern and tutorial. Are you gonna flip? No, you're not gonna go. There you go. Oh, it's darkened though. Oh, there we go. So this, it's like a cable headband. That is a smaller option. That is what I had planned to make for the giveaway item and didn't. The cat headband. No. I thought you were paused. You were not paused. Pause, please. Right there. Look at how cute that is. I mean, can you not see Bingo rocking that? That would be adorable. So there are smaller things. Like I said, this video, the cat headband, is from 6 years ago. So delve deeper. There might be some smaller options that might be more accessible for people looking for a smaller project to get something in before the deadline. And I know it's summer and summers are busy. You know, I understand. But hopefully that gives you some ideas or options, and you can participate if you wish. Okay, so that's all the crafty goodness stuff I have. I'm going to talk book next. If you're interested, please hang around. If not, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it greatly, and I will see you later. What are we talking book-wise? I am still reading A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. This is the... It depends on how you consider the Frost book. Frost and Starlight. Technically, Frost and Starlight is book 3.5, so making this book 4. If you look at the number of books, there are 5. So people call this both 4 and 5. Whatever you want to call it. I don't care. It is the final published ACOTAR book, Court of Thorn and Roses. Word on the street is she is under contract to write a 6th or 5th book. So another book is coming. When? I don't know. I haven't paid too close attention to this series. The 2 series I'm obsessed with is the 4th Wing series, Ragweed, and Dragonlance. So I've been sharing with you all the recent Dragonlance updates, which are so exciting. But, so yeah, there should be another book. From what the rumor is, it's going to be a book about Elaine. This is supposed to be Nesta's book. But it does, of course, feature all of the other characters from the book. And it's a continuation of things that started in Frost and Starlight and kind of the continuing repercussions of the war with Hybern. Yeah, so I am about half done. Nesta is not one of my favorite characters. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not. I don't think I'm a Nesta. She makes me unreasonably upset in the way she treats other people. And I understand. They talk a lot about trauma in these books because wars and other traumatic things happen. I get it. And I understand that her response is a trauma response. Yeah, I just think she's mean. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you love Nesta, I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm about halfway done. So far, in the first half of the book, there's been a number of spicy scenes. So I would say so far in the first half of the book, there has been as many spicy scenes as in each of the prior books. Although Frost and Starlight really didn't have much in the way of naughtiness. So from what people say, this is by far the spiciest book. I don't know what's coming here. From what I've read, I don't see the plot advancing much in the naughty scenes, in the spicy scenes. So this is a fairy fantasy romantasy novel. If you're into that, I think this would be a good book for you. If you are strictly a no spice reader, this book is not for you. The series is not for you. If you are a spice is okay, but if it gets really graphic, no thank you. I do think these scenes are skippable. So far, I haven't finished the book obviously. So far, I don't think they progress much plot. It's hard to talk about plot with naughty bits, but you know what I mean. I don't think much is divulged in the scenes that you wouldn't get otherwise. So if you're a skipper, I think you could skip them. If you're a skimmer, I think you could skim them. I, in fact, did skim maybe 2 of the scenes because I was like, okay, sounds good, Nesta. But yeah, I think it's a good continuation of the series. This isn't going to be my favorite one of the series. I'll see if my opinion of Miss Nesta changes by the time I reach the end. I like learning more about the priestesses in the house's library. I think that's interesting. And there is more of kind of a feminism slant, a more fight the patriarchy feeling in this book, which I think is nice. I've got a budding feminist in the house. I like to joke about that. So yeah, I think it's a fine book. I think it's a good continuation. One of the criticisms I had seen was people thought, oh, Sarah J. Maas didn't actually write this book. Oh, what's going on? It's so discordant with the rest of the series. I'm not feeling that. To me, it feels just the same, in line with the rest of it. Of course, you're welcome to disagree with that if you hold other views. We're all big people who are welcome to our own opinions, and wouldn't it be boring if everyone agreed with me? So, I don't set like reading deadlines or anything, but with the way this book is going, I think I will be done with this next week. If that is the case, well, regardless, the next book on my list is Arcanos Unraveled. I think I got the name right. It was suggested to me from Litnitz. I'm so excited to get that reading. So what I've been trying to do is do like a standalone book in between these series. Because this is the last of this series, I'm going to be picking up a new series. No, I'm not picking up a new series. I'm going to read book 2 from that library trilogy, which the third book is available for pre-order. Have I pre-ordered it even though I haven't read the second book? Yeah. Yep. And let me tell you, the summary on it, the description on it is dire, people. It's dire. Where's my orders? When it's a pre-order, it shows up in your orders. Where are you? Okay, it's called The Book That Held Her Heart by Mark Lawrence, and no, I don't want to see the order. I want to see the description of the book itself. Here it goes. There's no cover released yet, so it's just a weird picture. This is the last paragraph of the summary. This is the last chapter, the final page. The end threatens, and no one, not characters, readers, or even the author, will emerge unscathed. What? What? What are you doing to us, Mark? Ah! Okay, but yeah, that's not good. It says the pre-order date is April 8th, 2025. Anyway, it's going to come out in April 2025. I have more than enough time, especially since the book is already, I think, out the next 4 books I'm reading. Or, yeah, I will read. So, I'll get that one, and then, yeah, we'll see. I'm going to probably do another series after that. We'll see. I've got 2 I'm kind of playing with right now. But I haven't decided yet. You'll have to see. Okay, and now I'm going to really be done blabbering because I've blabbered about a lot of topics here and I need to edit. I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for chatting books with me. Always let me know if there's anything you find that is interesting and you think I like, because I will always add to my TBR list. I will always do it. I love it. Okay, I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.